salvage.
What did I just tell you?
Alright, I just don't want to run back out of here again, so I guess I'll go try to kill this last person. That's a long run.
Enemy found!
Yeah, you going to bed too, Rebel? Okay. It's 1 o'clock here as well, yeah. I'm working on the 3rd kill quest right now. I think it's Cardenas or whatever. Hey, welcome back. Grinding. So, so you're saying, you know, the core's greed, like the world is greed. And then
Who are you?
alright, that quest done. Another player. Or yeah, it's bugged, I don't know. I'm on Almut right now because I wasn't able to join the one that they were on. They're on Tob or something like that. Oh yeah, and has the 12-hour mark. So it's a good time to head back. We'll probably have to turn in after. Great. I'm gonna have to go back in there to delete that. I still microflora fiber. And vampire.
What?
Reveal yourself. Reveal yourself.
know if that was a player or what. Said this green ship is a PvP zone, right? This green ship, I need like some more plastic stuff, but I don't know if I should just come back to it. It is PvP or isn't? How would you know? Like, okay. I mean, there's like boss music and stuff like that going on. I don't see any notice of PvP zone though. I don't think the players are. I need 10 of that stuff, man. Whew. Didn't have to kill anything really. That worked out. I was in the ship and like I was fighting and I don't know what player was fighting at me or whatever, but I just kept zooming back out and then going back in and zooming out. And just in case, because I am full of everything. Because I just finished the 3 kill quests. And I'm running back. And I didn't want to run all the way back because I live like to the left of the trader. Yeah, I might, well, I guess I can't bring a airship over here. Oh, shoot. I love the Ben Gesserit skills though. They're awesome. Just like get over here, Scorpion style, and shoot him in the face. So when you pay the 700 per trip, can you like teleport with materials that way? I mean, I can't fit all my materials in my inventory because I have too much. Nice. So do y'all stream on Twitch too? Did they change it to where like, or you uploading to YouTube where they actually split my over 12-hour video into 2 parts? Because it used to like bug out before. Oh, how convenient. Right over flowers when I got thirsty. I tried to join Void's world, but I don't know if you need to finish that quest into the one where you do the gap quest or something. Maybe you need to do that before you can join someone else's world, or
no.
Where are you going for vacation? Huh? Oh, good. That dude ragdoll like crazy. I killed him against a wall and he like bounced off the wall and did a flip across to the other side. Hey, water plants. If only you could like put some in your bottle too. You drink the blood packs, but that makes you throw up and get like all sick, right? At least that's what they say. I mean, you know, you can craft a canister, right? Okay. Did you say NPCs get scared of you? You like second person? Oh my god. Please return. I bet that's like the next city or something. I saw someone get caught in the lights before, but I forgot what happened to him. Does it just stun you, or? I definitely don't want to get stuck in the lights with all this loot on me, though. I'd be more concerned with my water jar. Because it's the purple one. I am serious. Anything purple I have. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I had to farm a bunch of... I forgot what that stuff's called. It's like EMF generators, and this spice infused copper dust is the hardest thing to find, I think. I think I'm close to that after like 12 hours of streaming. At the beginning, I kept like kind of farming my little zone, like area. Realized, okay, there's quests I gotta go do. Explore more. Materials. Scared the heck out of me. We're playing the Azeroth or whatever server now. What's it called again?
What?
The new server?
Astraeus?
Asteros, yeah.
Back again, like the sour tang of rancid wine. It's over then. Good. Did they deserve to die? Who knows? But the deed is done regardless. Oh, they took me to a bar. Got me drunk on spice beer and plied me with samuta. When the battle started, I could barely walk. Killing them changes nothing of who I am. But sour wine and sour vengeance are both to my tastes. Now shut your mouth and let me train you. I'd swear you're a fully trained trooper pulling one over on me. I can't figure out the angle on such a scam. Who are you? Nah, I don't want to know. Back again, like the sour tang of rancid wine. I can teach you no more. Arakeen may have a seasoned trooper or two willing to take you on.
So, what are the... What were the trooper skills to go for? Basically this claw one? Is that the grapple? An anti-gravity field, I guess? I don't know. You said like some skills. Is that the grapple? Okay. Suspensory damage. Oh, okay, so anti-gravity field. Huh. They were saying it helps you with movement or something, and then aim. I guess that's the range damage passive. One of my nemesis in my stream was saying that the trooper abilities were really important because it would help with movement and weapon accuracy, which I'm guessing are the skills you mentioned, and then that range damage passive works for when you shoot your gun. I mean, I use a mixture. If somebody comes out with me with a knife, I'll switch to my knife. If somebody comes out with me with a gun, or at a distance, I'll usually like use my voice, pull them towards me, and headshot them, so they're dead before. Oh, you don't have Benny? Oh, okay. It's fun. I love it. I love Benny. I don't know, but what does swordsman do? No, they can't. Wow. I can launch myself in the air now. That's awesome. I was unable to join anyone, so let me know if it fixes it. chest piece go? Uh-oh.
I have crossed the Vermilius Gap, off-worlder, and I still haven't shaken my unwanted followers. I'm afraid I must delay our reunion until... well, I fear drastic measures might be required. But fear not, off-worlder. You've come this far alone. I'm impressed. You're a long way from that mewling mauler I dragged from the wreckage of the Proteus. Listen, you'll need a vehicle to cross the sands to the Paranorth and reach the Gap. But vehicles require components that aren't created here on Arrakis. Arrakis has a long history, off-worlder, more than you might imagine. Some things, like the Imperial testing stations, contain echoes of the past. But more importantly, they contain stockpiles of components you'll need. Just be careful. Those old ruins are a beacon for all kinds of scum.
Alright, I guess I... So what was the suit that Void said that he had finished like a game on? Did he just stick with the scavenger still suit the whole time? Okay. Hey guys, have a good night. Alright, so it looks like I need intel at these 2 locations. And to get this new person somewhere. Oh, hey. How you doing? Appreciate it again, mister. Thank you. Uh-oh, what happened? Did my stream just freeze? Oh, okay, I'm good. I will refresh it. So I'm almost, I think, finished the zone. Oh wait, I still need something on it. Can't really decide which armor I want better. I kind of like the fact that this helps with water and everything. I did craft the other armor. noticed the armor's better, it just doesn't give any heat protection. I miss the water inside the suit. Basically, you're walking around with extra water in your suit. I had the poison thing on me.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching. Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching. Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
speed things up. Nice. This is exchange parts for standby for another one. there's that planetary quest you mentioned.
Back again, like the sour tang of rancid wine.
Can I fly you somewhere today? Music to my ears. Where do you want to go? Atreides and their war levies. Look, I can get you there, but I want a little extra for the trip.
Wow.
All right, suit yourself.
I have not much.
Can I fly you somewhere today? Music to my ears. Where do you want to go? Atreides and their war levies. Look, I can get you there, but I want a little extra for the trip. All right. Thopter's on the roof. Let's go visit the Red Duke. You look a little lost, friend. You got somewhere you need to be. I can fly you there for a price.
Hey there. What do you need? You trying to catch something, or avoid getting caught? If evasion is your main game, then it's all about maneuverability. No one's saying that a sandbike is faster than a buggy or a thopter. But a sandbike can go a bunch of places 4 wheels and 4 wings can't. There's a reason the Kirab boost sandbikes before anything else. If range is what you're after, nothing's going to beat an ornithopter, but you already knew that. What you're going to need to do to maximize your range is to find the perfect balance between fuel capacity, consumption, and storage. We're not talking about a gunship. You're not going to want to weigh yourself down with heavy weapon pods. What's it to you? That's the most honest thing I've heard all day. You can go. What's it to you? That's the most honest thing I've heard all day. You can go to hell, by the way.
I didn't hear what she said earlier.
What's it to you? Yeah, technical manuals mostly. I got them dating back to the 8000s. It's kind of a hobby. Other than that, there's a few moldy old tomes my father kept around before he croaked. Just your bog standard restricted list stuff he kept around for thrills. My father loved to get deep into a Samuda haze and pontificate about the legitimacy of imperial authority. Yeah, I've been meaning to get rid of it. Guess I just keep it around because it reminds me of the one thing I liked about my father. What's it to you? Yeah, technical manuals mostly. I got them dating back to the 8000s. It's kind of a hobby. Other than that, there's a few moldy old tomes my father kept around before he croaked. Just your bog standard restricted list stuff he kept around for thrills. My father loved to get deep into a Samuda haze and pontificate about the legitimacy of imperial authority. Tell the Akazis that. You know what they did to the families of the rebels after the insurrection was put down? While the insurrection failed, the rebels were well dug in. It would have cost the Emperor a lot in troops and resources to clear them out. But the old Duke Paulus Atreides, who had answered the Emperor's call to help destroy the rebels, had a better idea. Leto's father, Duke Paulus Atreides. You know, he was famously killed in a bullfight. It was all over the Communinet. Anyhow, Duke Paulus had the bright idea to offer amnesty to any insurrectionists who agreed to unconditional surrender. Enough of the rebels believed in the myth of Atreides' integrity to take the old Duke up on his offer. Of course, the Emperor at the time, Shaddam's father, Elrud, waited until Duke Paulus and his forces withdrew before exacting revenge. Elrud quietly deployed a Sardaukar legion to round up the families of the rebels and ordered them all burned alive, man, woman, and child. To hide his crime, Elrud ordered their ashes to be mixed with sculptor's clay and formed into a statue of himself raising his sword in victory. I guess that's what questioning authority gets you.
much stuff to farm.
Welcome to O'Gary's. If you need it, we got it. And if we don't got it, we'll get it. War zones. Find the hottest sectors and learn the lay of the land. Monitor the community for sector chatter. The locals will let you know where to look way before you stumble onto it yourself. It's like asking a fisherman for directions to his secret spot. He'll never tell you, and you shouldn't believe him if he did. Well, if you've tried, my youngest Sally and her brother Coda make sure it doesn't happen twice. That's where the salvage is. But at this point, it's more like they take me. We got Sally and Coda on perimeter. That Sally has a nose for finding fresh wrecks. I'd swear she shoots them down herself. Coda will gut you if you look at him wrong, so it's best not to look at him. Then you got Bree, Phaedra, and Finn Jr. handling general salvage. Junior's a laser ace on the cut array, but Phaedra will give the Kirab a run for their money at stripping wrecks. She takes after her mother in that way. Then there's me and the old lady. I oversee the whole operation, and she flies us there. My family's been in opportunistic acquisitions for 5 generations now, going all the way back to Hegel. Oh, there's no place like it. Until you've seen the blue sun rise above the white grasses of the Iophic Veldt, you haven't lived. They don't call it the Jewel Planet for nothing. Let's just say the skills required for expert battlefield salvage are somewhat transferable to other pursuits. Now, that depends on your definition of shady. We never took anything from anyone who hadn't been dead for at least a century. We prefer to say we were in the business of opportunistic acquisitions. Well, you know how it is. Hegel's an ancient core world. Too many mice chasing the same crumb of cheese. By comparison, Arrakis is a land of milk and honey. Yeah, I know, it's hot and there's all the sand, but it is what you make of it. Tidgy and I are from a different generation. Hegel wasn't working out, but did we sit around pissing and moaning about it? No, sir. We pulled ourselves up by our bootstraps and lit out for greener pastures. Right. If we can't get it, it can't be got. Not a boast if it's true. Then it's just me sharing pertinent information. Idiot. Fine. Our standard recovery agreement stipulates 50% up front. Let me know when you get that $500,000 together. That's why we're here, friend. You know they make a Communinet program about the O'Gary family and our weekly adventures. Well, how else are we going to fill our shelves? There's no kind of manufacturer you can order fresh scrap from. Trust me, I've looked. It's basically got to fall out of the sky first. And luckily, it does fall out of the sky. Practically every day. Bless every noble in their beautiful wars. You're a child.
This is...
Right.
So you can get flown to Arrakis, run around, but I can't go anywhere to the flying. So eventually I have to go back. There's people to talk to anyway.
Oi, what's your poison? You want to know about the upper level or lower? Oh, that's Lord Jim's domain. That's a realm apart. Not meant for us poor wretches of the lower orders to dwell in. As in, we are not of sufficient rank in the social order to breathe that rarefied air. Colour Sergeant Justice Clack, retired. At your service. Oh, indeed it is. Not every military formation has colour sergeants. The Harks don't, and neither do the Sardaukar. But in House Atreides, the Duke's colours are sacred. No banner bearing Atreides orc has touched the ground in more than 5 centuries. And it's the colour sergeant's inviolate duty to ensure it never does. Ah, no worries. As long as you remember that gratitude when it comes time for the gratuity. While we're on the subject of gratitude, I want to make a donation to our Happy Lad Fund. Every Friday we draw a house trooper's name from a hat and make that trooper happy. It means for the evening his or her food and drinks are paid for. Wouldn't that make you happy? Mate, all comes with sacrifice. We're waging an ancient battle against a foe with nearly unlimited resources. Our beloved Duke may not claim the vulgar riches our enemy does, but he is rich in honour, integrity, and moral certitude. Yeah, those virtues that nourish our spirits, even if financial recompenses, delayed. We will get a house when the battle is won. We love our Duke. Love him. Like a father to us all. To a man we would die for. If we're asked to forego our wages to help the war effort, it's an easy sacrifice to make. History must know that righteousness won the day. Yeah? Officially, no. The Duke would never. That is why we, his true sons, forego our draw on a voluntary basis. As many as I bloody well can. I've shot them, stabbed them, bludgeoned them, blown them up. I've killed so many, my belt fell apart from the notches. I'd kill them all if I could, and the universe would be a better place for it. Yeah, medically retired is what they call it. Turns out they like you to have legs in the house guard. And not as my mother made them. Those I lost at the Battle of Arrakeen. These are a gift from the Duke by way of Dr. Yue and his cybernetics team. When the Arks first came for us on that blackest of nights, they thought their treachery had won the day before the first drop of blood was even spilled. But we were waiting for them, dug in like a tick behind a slig's ear. gotta give it to the Arks. When they saw their gambit failed and the house shields were up, when they could have turned tail. Probably should have, but that ain't like the Arks. Nah, they doubled down instead. That first siege lasted 169 hours, 1 hour longer than a week. By the time that last hour came, my 6-man colour guard was down to me and 5 bodies. My Chome Regency pattern side sword in one hand and the Atreides colours in the other. I held my position, and the Atreides colours never touched the ground. Even after the detached out section of a dying ornithopter crushed me from above. Suit yourself.
I can get a suit. Sorry, that's not right. Oh, I need to listen. Trying to make sure I have the teleport here. Oh really? That's an achievement signature.
Sook! My friend, you buy some water. Are you kidding me? Am I wearing a red hat? Do I look like an Imperial translator to you? It means water in the old words. Exactly whose old words I cannot say. Now buy something or piss off. Who am I? Who are you? Do you work for the sheriff or something? Why are you asking questions? If you must know, I am a water seller. Daimo Sharawi, master and gold dipper, first class. A title, an honorific. It means I am a brother in good standing with the United Water Sellers Guild. Now are you going to buy something? Or are you wasting my time?
You're not from around here. But then again, who among us really is? We all come to Arrakis for the same reason, though. Spies. Have you come for the spies? Warm weather, friendly locals, and beautiful desert vistas. After 30+ years running ornithopter support for deep desert harvesters, I know a thing or two. B Squadron, 1st Fleet, 3rd Deep Desert Fleet. They called us the Habanaya Hotheads. Our job was to fly high, search for worm sign, and give the command deck heads up before the old man arrived. The old man of the desert, aka the Maker, aka the Great Sandworm. You know, the 500-meter-long behemoths that haunt the sands of Arrakis and devour everything they come across. Danger don't cover it. If the worms don't get you, the sandstorms will. And if the sandstorms don't get you, the heat surely will. The deep desert is no place for amateurs. What do you want to know? I like you, off-worlder. And I'll tell you anything and everything you want to know about spice hunting. On that subject, I've forgotten more than most will ever know. But indulge an old Dune man first, if you would. An air of mystery surrounds you, off-worlder. It clings to you like a shroud. And the old snoop in me can't help but wonder how it is that you came to Arrakis. Your outlaw friend was right. Your continued survival does indeed herald interesting times. Now, do you wish to know about spice hunting? You can find spice almost anywhere on Arrakis. But the largest and richest spice fields are found in the deep desert, far beyond the Imperial sphere. Take care before traveling beyond the shield wall. Even without the Fremen, there are many dangers that would destroy the unprepared spice hunter. I'm retired now. Seemed like a good time to get out after Windsack. That's when everything got a little too political for my tastes. The Spice Miners Guild should be above politics. We serve the Imperium. Our only loyalty should be to the spice flow itself. But like everything else, this war has a way of dividing loyalties, making people take sides. I know someone's got to win in the end. I guess the guild is just a little divided over who that should be. Smugglers, easy. You know the old saying, the spice must flow. Anytime there's even a slight hiccup in the spice flow, the Spacing Guild melts down. They'll do anything to guarantee their supply of melange. Sometimes that means going around Chum and finding an off-book vendor. That's where the smugglers come in. They love this war. Chaos is their oxygen. Now, do you wish to know about spice hunting? In the guild, we had mobile ground units dedicated to the job. They would range ahead of the factory harvester and extend probes to scrape deep sand samples. When they encountered a buried spice vein or pre-spice mass, they measured the find, mapped it, and called in the mothership. It's an organic mass that forms when small amounts of water mix with the excretions of baby sandworms. The combination is highly combustive and builds pressure until it reaches critical mass. And then, boom. The subterranean mass explodes with incredible force, sending geysers of spice hundreds of meters into the air. It was time for a change, I suppose. Did a little horse trading and got myself an ornithopter. Now I run Dune Riders, a charter service offering ornithopter excursions to the deep deserts. I'm expensive, but I'm also the only charter service that guarantees warm sign. You pay the ticket, I'll show you the biggest you ever seen. I'll show you 14.5 million tons of mouth and teeth that'll swallow a 6-deck factory harvester like a sandstorm swallows a fart. My friend, we will gaze into the eye of the Leviathan and see if that bastard don't look back. It's you again. Come to share your secrets this time.
Welcome. How may I assist you? Of course. Wait a moment. Is this a test? Is corporate checking up on me? Are you with the Committee on Interstellar Traffic and Trade? Or did Lady Neveldine put you up to this? She told me she had another plaything. Has she given you the door code to her arson flat? Or has she not taken you there yet? Well, then you better move on. Lady Neveldine is mine. Go find your own soiled dove. That's just what I call them. Low-level noble women of questionable integrity. AKA the twice widowed, baby out of wedlock, Samuda freaks of the Nar-Familiar. They'll never find a match of the proper station. But that doesn't mean they can't find love, and that's where opportunity comes knocking. They say it's impossible to become a noble, unless, of course, you're born to one. Certainly they don't marry outside their station, or do they? I have discovered there is a small subset of these unmarriable nobles. Needy spinsters I call my soiled doves, who are quite often open to matrimony with their lessers. It's the perfect quid pro quo. I provide the love, they provide the elevation to their station. And from then on, it's feasts and pleasure barges for me. You sell yourself short, friend. Why merely survive? Why settle for subsistence when you can positively thrive and master your environment? I'm glad you asked. Of course, the answer is very simple. The key to mastering your environment is Cho. Our engineers have created the most portable, adaptable, and malleable construction system in the known universe.
designs are informed by nearly 10 millennia of planetological data, drawn from both Imperial and Old Empire sources. To begin with, our proprietary holographic construction visualizer allows users to preview building sections at full scale and in real time.
Remember, the desert is vast, the spice is precious, and survival is for the vigilant. Until next time, this is Kadim Al-Miraj reminding you, trust the sand, and may Shai Hulud smile upon you.
It means you can custom fit your building layout to suit any terrain configuration. It means you can build anywhere. That, in combination with our Procyon 2 series Frontier modules, provides our users with every requirement of contemporary wilderness living.
To those who dare to listen, let's dive into today's hottest stories, straight from the dunes to your ears. Top story, the spice must flow. But will it? Spice production in the southern deserts hit a snag this week, as reports of increased sandworm activity have disrupted harvesters. Guild navigators are reportedly growing antsy, to put it lightly. Meanwhile, House Atreides officials are reassuring us that operations will resume without delay. So travelers, no need to panic. Your starships are still on schedule, at least for now. Political winds stirring in Arrakeen. Tensions are rising in the governor's palace today, as late
I'm afraid you do not have the favor of the Landsrad by decree.
Sands of Arrakis. Tonight, we focus on the pulse of our desert world, politics.
My apologies, but I am authorized to trade only with those favored by the Landsrad decree.
Like the Dunes. Let's dive in. The Atreides ascendancy.
Sorry, but I may only trade with those who bear the decree of the Landsrad's favor.
But whispers in the streets suggest that the sands beneath Duke Leto's
I only trade with those who have the favor of the Landsrad by decree.
House Corino loyalists are said to be gathering strength on distant systems, questioning the Emperor's wisdom in granting stewardship of Arrakis to the Atreides. The Sardaukar remain a shadowy threat, and some wonder if alliance is closer.
Yeah, what's your pleasure? You looking to stab, perforate, or vaporize? Tactical or fanatical, we have the tools to suit your every murder need, my friend. The Padishah Emperor is his proper address, I'll thank you. Or his But in answer to your question, the portrait of the Emperor is both an icon and a metaphor. It reminds us that while the Emperor cannot be in all places beneath his gazer is. And why not? The enemies of the Imperium are legion. They gather. Only the Emperor and his god-benighted Sardaukar legion stand in opposition. The Fremen savage dared to challenge the might of the Imperium, and look what happened to them. The Padishah Emperor is his proper address, I'll thank you. Or his Imperial Excellency, in the improbable event he was to grace you with his presence somehow. But in answer to your question, the portrait of the Emperor is both an icon and a metaphor. It reminds us that while the Emperor cannot be in all places beneath his gazer is. And why not? The enemies of the Imperium are legion. They gather in the shadows to plot the downfall of all that is right and good. Only the Emperor and his god-benighted Sardaukar legion stand in opposition. The Fremen savage dared to challenge the might of the Imperium, and look what happened to them. The Padishah Emperor, or his Imperial Excellence. But in answer to your question, it reminds us that while the Emperor cannot be in all places beneath his gazer is. Only if you have something to hide, eh? You got a problem with our Padishah Emperor? Maybe I have a problem with you then. Maybe I remember your name and face. Maybe I add it to my list. Me honoured guest list. Those on the list are the honoured guests at my hunting camp in the Minor Erg. Oh, that's not a problem. You won't be the one doing the hunting. Oh, you know, there are various enough familiar and wealthy bondsmen, those with a certain itch to scratch. How's it? You're back for more, eh? You looking to kill something up close or from afar? I mean, for up close, the gold standard is, and probably always will be, the Chome Defender. You can't, but if you're after stopping power and don't mind the extra heft, you'll want to consider the Yakov 111. They call it the gun that settled Arrakis. When Dmitri Harkonnen was granted the fief in 10111, he commissioned a durable, heavy load sidearm to give his men an advantage they could rely on. The Yakov's been dropping Fremen and outlaw scum ever since. Are you looking for a general combat blade or something smaller that fits between the shoulder blades? Looking for a sword then? I know hand-forged artisanal blades are all the rage these days. I've seen those duraluminum tantos coming back from Kaitane, but are you going to trust a fancy blade like that in a knockdown drag-out? When I'm betting my life on the result of a sword fight, I'm making damn sure the cutlery I'm hefting is battle-tested. And for my money, there is no better standard combat blade than the Chone Regency pattern side sword. Are you looking for a general combat blade or something small? A knife, huh? Can't ever go wrong with the Chone Malfa pattern dirk, aka the Slig Sticker. The boot knife of choice for both Atreides and Harkonnen officers. Your hand will break before the blade does. You looking to kill something up close or from afar? You're looking for a long gun then. Don't worry, got you covered. Of course it depends on the distance you want to keep. If you're dealing with a basic room clearing situation with multiple targets, the GRDA 44, that's gonna be your best friend. It's a high spread scattergun that'll turn a room of soft targets into a sticky pink mist. With the 44, you're guaranteed to be the last heart beating in the room. But if we're talking run and gunning in the Badlands, you're gonna want to maximise range and firepower. For that, Chone has us covered once again with the Raptor 4 main battle rifle. Everyone knows the Raptor 3 as the long gun that put down the Akazi revolt, but Chone engineers have redesigned the platform from stock to muzzle. And now, the Raptor 4 is the absolute pinnacle of accuracy, durability, and kill power. But don't take my word for it. Ask the Fremen. Oh wait, you can't, because they're all dead. But if they weren't, they tell you the Raptor 4 was battle-tested right here on Arrakis. So, if it's good enough for the Sardaukar, it's sure as hell good enough for you.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to check that out or not. Probably not.
101.9 FM, the voice of the sands. Your trusted voice in the tumultuous sands of Arrakis. Tonight, we focus on the pulse of our desert.
Goodness. There's so many virgins.
Welcome. Would you like to deposit or withdraw Solaris? How may I assist you? The Solari is the physical medium of exchange in the Imperium. It is circulated in myriad paper and coin denominations, or micro-Solaris as they are known in the Regency world. The Imperial economy relies on the Solari to facilitate transactions and fuel financial growth. The Solari's purchasing power is re-established every 4 centuries at a conclave known as the Imperial Diet. There, negotiations commence between the Emperor and the highest representatives of the Guild and Landsrad. The location and host of the Imperial Diet alternates between the 3 factions. The next is set to occur at Junction, the Guild homeworld, in 277 years. The simple answer is interstellar banking. As part of the Spacing Guild, the Guild Bank is able to utilize the Transport Guild's unmatched projection across the known universe. With this synergy, our guild pursers are able to move any quantity of funds across any quantity of worlds. The joys of interstellar commerce.
I think I explored almost everything. Let's see if I can go anywhere else.
You buy water, yes? Look, my friend, do you want to buy water or not? I have many important places to be. I don't know this science, you freak. It comes from the ice at the polar cap. What do you need to know? It's wet, you drink it, it keeps you alive. Where does your water come from? It comes from the water shippers. You know who they are? It's none of your business who they are. Now beat it before I really lose my temper.
Greetings. I trust I need no introduction. Listen now to the words of Haldebor Desio. We are the musician kings and queens. Our voices cause even the mute vacuum of space to quake. From our beauteous homeworld of Chusuk, we cultivate an oasis for the arts, culture, and learning. Our history is relatively short, yet grand. Our founder, Francesco Verota, raised us from humble instrument makers to a minor house under Padishah Emperor Almarak III. We arrested the Siridar earldom of Chusuk from House Mandeville in the 9th millennium. We seized the day. We charmed destiny itself. Mistake us not for erudite peacocks. We enjoy a history of glorious military and economic accomplishment. We simply have the skill to sing it. You may tell your chums that you have met a god, for you have been in the presence of Heldebor Desio. Heresy! Is it possible, however astoundingly improbable, that you have not heard the name of the legendary Heldebor Desio? Acclaimed leggero tenor, beloved raconteur, a name both whispered in hushed reverence and shouted in exalted joy as the crowd begs for another encore. Come now, I am the poet laureate of the known universe. A person can be more than one thing. I myself am a multitude.
Yeah, I don't know how my reputation's going to be with these people. Seem to make them angry.
Oh, you added the cool skin for the sushi?
Mm-hmm.
Keep your distance. We can converse at arm's length. What do you want? In this terminally dull exchange, or here at the Treasury? I suppose the answer is the same to both questions. Not that it's any of your business. But it is a matter of public record. I am the fifth son of Graf Heino Flaxenrad of the Alpha Hydrae Flaxenrads. Doubtless you've heard of us. We are a prominent house minor in the Carina orbit. But while it's true that I was afforded every advantage, certain expectations are placed upon the shoulders of every young scion. Especially if you're not firstborn or grandnephew of the Emperor. You are still expected to find a way to serve your family before father cuts you off. And regrettably, the best appointments are long since handed out by the time it gets to son number 5. By then, all that's left is finance or, perish the thought, a commission in the House Guard. A fate worse than death. But at least I'm not a girl. Nothing is wrong with them, you cretin. But when it comes to serving your family, it is much worse to be a daughter than even a 9th or 10th son. The lucky ones are married off or shipped off to the mother house on Wallach 9. Otherwise, it's the Imperial Knitting League or a tower somewhere with a lot of cats.
Oh, goodness.
Besides suffering this audience with you? Oh, you really expected an answer. I am the Imperial Treasurer here in Arakeen. As such, it is my sworn duty to receive, count, and convey His Imperial Highness's right and proper incomes. There are times we're all forced to endure the unpalatable. For me, this conversation is one of those times. The simple answer is some faceless mentat auditor will promptly notice the omission. And then it's only a matter of time before the Imperial House bailiff is deployed to find you and enforce defrayment.
Wait, what? Taxes? don't really know, like, what I'm supposed to do, just go back.
You strike me as someone with something to offer the Great House Wallach. I have a sense for these things. My name is Vera Vogel. I proudly serve the needs of the Landsraad envoys of House Wallach here on Arrakis. I'd ask you to tell me about yourself, but I'm already learning a great deal about you as we speak. Well, not as such, but you have a good eye. I received some training from a Bene Gesserit. House Wallach enjoys a close relationship with the Sisterhood. Many find our association with the Bene Gesserit to be mysterious, and far be it from me to spoil such mystique. Our motto is God, Imperium, House. We enjoy a rich history as renowned conquerors. House Wallach attained its name and titles 5 millennia ago. The house's founder was a former Bursik general of the Imperial Sardaukar. To this day, scions of Wallach are sent to be trained by the Sardaukar. Avoidance of ancient history implies something quite embarrassing lurking there, like, say, the early history of House Harkonnen. There is no better place to perch and sample the intrigues of this contentious planet.
Is this supposed to be the skill trainer?
I suspect you have some business with House Wallach, or me, or both.
Guess not. Or not yet.
Apologies, but I am only authorized to deal with officials of House Atreides, or those who have received special privileges.
Huh, I wonder if I can get to that room. This door was like locked, so I don't know. I need an airplane. We can go back and do the quest for the bike. Got a ways to go for the helicopter. I thought you'd be able to leave this swirl, but it says flying vehicle, and then I guess you can fly around.
Can I fly you somewhere today? Music to my ears. Where do you want to go?
Oh. I guess I don't go back.
The basin is a pretty big place. Could you narrow it down a little? Alright, suit yourself. Music to my ears. Where do you want to go? Well, the Harkonnens love their docking fees, so that's gonna cost a little extra. Can I fly you somewhere today? Music to my ears. The basin is a pretty big place. Mir's place? Yeah, I know it. Scavenger territory. Gonna cost you a few Solari. Thopter's always warmed up. Let's go.
Identify yourself.
Nice, finally got the bike. chassis and hull. 3 tread. I got the wheel sitting care and the chassis and the hull. I don't have a bike. Okay. F is pause. Whoops. missing? Oh, I need 45 copper ingots for that. Jeez. Oh my goodness, it's so late. I gotta go to the doctor's tomorrow. I really wanted to finish this mic thing because I wanted to check it out. something to make these. Water system. This. System-based historic blueprint copy. Use again to place a projection. Life save base in a different location. Nice. This is your base. Okay. So much copper. Where'd it go? Just crash the bike, please. Can't find the freaking science station. Chemical workbench or whatever. Is it here still? Where? Small one takes just water, this one takes less water and more fuel cells. this one on me too. This one's iron. Gosh, I'm way too tired. Let's try to find the wrong direction. Where is it? Holding wire. Here it is. Finally. There's a torch. Get this out of here if I... vehicle fuel. Is to go like, oh god, how to refuel this. I've got this. I can go to my hotline. Yeah, it's not working. It has no fuel. Alright, is it because I missed a piece? Oh, there we go. Really? It's that tiny piece I was missing.
That's it, old welder. You're ready. I'm waiting at Mirzabah. That's the great rock formation that looks like a giant hammer. Be careful. Vehicles are fast, but nothing can outrun Shai Halud. You can only hope to get between safe areas more quickly. I'll see you soon.
Oh, what did I do? Oh, okay. Well, server's going down for maintenance, so I'll end it there. At least I got the bike though. Hopefully I still have it. I'm not in a good location though. I'm standing outside my base with a bike. And I got kicked. So a little concerned about that. I don't know what's gonna happen. I guess I'll try to log in maybe in a few hours or so later after I get some rest. Really hope everyone has a great morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you're from. Really thank you for watching. Thank you so much for the subs, Mr. Nemesis, as always. You're awesome. And I'll talk to y'all later. Tomorrow I'll probably be doing an arc with the family because they wanted to game with me today, so I'm gonna try to balance everything. But really do enjoy the game and had a fun time. I just hope I still have my bike. Thanks again, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.